Happy Wednesday evening. I'm sorry it's late, but I'm not going to tag anybody my rule after 10. But I wanted to share the evening devotional from A Little God Time. I love this book. So, August 4th, the reading is entitled The Voice of Love. John 6:37 says, "All that the Father gives me will come to me, and the one who comes to me I will by no means cast out." God tells us that we are loved, we are cherished, and we have significant value. We are His beloved, His children, His beautiful creation. This is the voice that matters. God's voice is the one to come back to you when you feel like you're not enough. He will encourage you and remind you that you are. And then the prayer says, "God, thank you for being the one true voice in my life. Help me to recognize when I am dwelling on the wrong voices and conversations, and bring me back to your word." And then the questions. What are the voices you typically listen to? Can you ignore them and focus on the only voice that matters? And I love this because that's something that I strive to do a lot. And by doing that, it's helped me to, not care as much about what other people think. And I've always, for a long time, I've known that trying to live for what other people think is not good. But I've always done that. My whole life. I didn't even know it then, and I know it now, but I still do sometimes. So when I remember that the only person that matters, I need His approval. For me, my higher power is God. And that's whose approval I need to seek, not people's. And people are flawed. We're all flawed. So somebody's judgment or, what they may think is constructive criticism may not be right. But okay, so I'm going to read The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. By the way, if you came to the morning meeting, it was a really good one. Thank you for coming, and to everyone who had those awesome shares. Okay, vulnerability for August 4th. I've learned that the more vulnerable I allow myself to be, the more control of myself I really am. And that author is anonymous. Many of us feel that we can only show our strong, confident side. We believe the face we have to show the world should always be one of politeness, perfection, calm, strength, and control. While it is certainly good and often appropriate to be in control, calm, and strong, there is another side to all of us. That part that feels needy, becomes frightened, has doubts, and gets angry. The part of us that needs care, love, and reassurance that things will be okay. Expressing these needs makes us vulnerable and less than perfect, but this side needs our acceptance too. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable will help us build lasting relationships. Sharing our vulnerabilities helps us feel close to people and helps others feel close to us. It helps us grow in self-love and self-acceptance. It helps us become healing agents. It allows us to become whole and accessible to others. Today, I will allow myself to be vulnerable with others when it's safe and appropriate to do so. That one really speaks to me. And I feel like it might have even been yesterday. I don't know. In one of the recent readings, it was talking about how we all have a dark side. And that's pretty much what was just described, is our dark side. Like she said, the vulnerable side, the one that we always want to shun away. But what I've been finding is the more I don't shun that away and the more I do open up to acceptance and vulnerability, like I said before, the more I've been believing in myself and allowing the people that believe in me before I even do, to love and root me on and believe in me, like I said, the better I am and the less dark side I have. So I guess the more light we bring into our lives and inside of us, the less darkness there can be. Even science would say. So I hope you have a great night. And if you are up in the morning. I'd love to see you. Tomorrow we are doing another Melody Beattie study, the 12 steps, what is it? The Codependence Guide to the 12 Steps. So, all right, have a great night. Mwah.